homeowners, so you purchased your first home and you probably have already started buying furniture and having the first gathering in your beautiful new place. Have you thought about protecting your assets? Home is one of the most important assets in our lives. If something were to happen to you, what would happen to it? So today I have with me my good friend Ellen Cookman. She's an estate planning attorney. She helped me set up a trust to protect my real estate. So if anything happened to me, my properties won't just go to probate. Hi, this is Heather Lynn with Keller Williams Palo Alto. Welcome to my channel. In this channel, we talk about living in Palo Alto and the greater Silicon Valley and the Bay Area neighborhoods. We also talk about market updates and how to sell your home for top dollar sale. If you find any of that information useful to you, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification button so there will be new video coming your way every Monday. And by the way, we also talk about cats and wine because I'm a cat mom who loves wine. I have helped hundreds of families buy real estate here in the Bay Area. I would love to share my experience and my knowledge with you. So Ellen, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
You bet. Thanks so much, Heather. Thanks for having me on your channel. So I'm an estate planning attorney in Palo Alto, California, and I love working with Heather. She's awesome, as you all know. So why would somebody need a trust? So if you have more than a certain amount, it's actually $166,250, and there's nothing saying where it goes. For example, it doesn't have a beneficiary designation. Then that property would go through the California probate system when you die. And the probate system is awful. It's time consuming, it's really expensive, and everything's public. So in California, we try to avoid probate wherever you go. Now, here's the issue with a house. On the title of the house, it doesn't say where things go. So you might think, oh, of course it goes to my kids, or of course it goes to my spouse. Well, it depends. It may not have that specified on the deed, and so it really has to go into a trust to make sure it avoids probate. So a revocable living trust is what everybody here in California needs, just about, okay? And so the trust says, you know, upon our deaths, this is where things go, and this is who we want to manage our assets, and in that way, it avoids the probate court process.
So can you kind of like walk us through how do you set up a trust and what kind of paperwork, how long does it take to have a trust set up?
Oh, you bet. Well, yeah. It's really a group of documents, but the primary one is the Revocable Living Trust. So that means that you can change it at any time. It's revocable. It's living. You set it up during your lifetime. And it's a trust. It's an agreement between you setting it up and the person managing it, which is also you, for the benefit of the beneficiary, which is you. All right. So you talk with your attorney about the details. You know, if you're sick upon your death, where should things go? You know, how do you want your kids to inherit their assets? Do you want it to go straight to them? Or if they're minors, that's probably not a good idea. There's also things called dynasty trusts, which can receive an inheritance in a good tax way and also provide creditor protections and divorce protections. If you have a child who has special needs, you can have it go to a special needs trust to protect that child's public benefits while helping them to be as independent as possible. So a trust can be very flexible. You draft it however your family is set up, and every family is unique. Now, there are a couple other documents that you need in addition to a revocable living trust. You also need something called a pour-over will. So this is really a cleanup document that says if I forgot to put something into the trust, the will scoops it up and pours it over into the trust. But in California, it's the trust that's the linchpin of the planning, not the will. Then there's a couple other documents that we usually do called a durable power of attorney and an advanced healthcare directive. So this allows somebody else to sign for you for financial documents, or to go to the hospital and talk with the doctor about your care if you're unconscious, or access your medical records. So we usually do all of these documents at the same time, and we do a deed to transfer the house into the trust. So we want to make sure that that step is always taken. So the house isn't just the two of you in community property with right of survivorship, but instead it's titled the two of you as trustees of the trust. And that's what actually puts the house into the trust.
Sounds good. It sounds like it's really a great idea to go ahead and have that set up if someone has started to accumulate real estate and have significant assets. It's a great protection. So if you have specific questions about estate planning or wanted to kind of run your unique situations by Ellen, feel free to check out her website below. And by the way, she just started her YouTube channel, so subscribe to her YouTube channel, which we're gonna create a link down below as well. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. So now you know a little bit about estate planning and start thinking about long-term, how to set yourself up for success. You might want to know what's going to happen in 2022 in the real estate market. Check out my video right here. I will talk all about that.